1 second. All right. What's up? How are we doing? Long time. Well, the trading was going good. And then last night happened. I traded some not London session. I traded some Asia session and it didn't go so well. So on this account, it did. On my live account, it did not go well. All right, so we're bullish right now. Let me go ahead and track this. Created a new high. And the thing you cannot see on my screen, I want to go ahead and mention this. You cannot see on my screen you're not able to see my higher time frames. So I added charts on the left side over here for my higher time frames for when I take a trade. So whenever I mark something, you'll be able to hopefully see it if it comes up that's important, okay? All right. And if anyone has any questions at any time, just go ahead and ask me. This is moving down. Yeah, I think this is going to move down a little bit more. Maybe not much, but... All right. Give me 1 second. block. Close below. I do want to see one more retest down, but there's nothing else we need to fill here. So there's a potential that we do break up here. I've already broken up so far. Oh, what happened to my thing? There you go. Oh, man. I'm waiting to see how this reacts here. I think it's coming up. But what I always want to wait for is this is showing a lot of hesitation. Let's see how this candle goes.
Order filled.
Let's go ahead and enter it. If this closes below, I'm going to have to get out because it counters my current entry. Don't like that. I think you guys can see now. All right. I don't know necessarily if it will be able to make it all the way up here, but I'm going to trail once we break the high. It won't be a 1 to 2 for this trade. I just had such a conviction. I had a really strong conviction that it fits my strategy too perfectly to not enter here. So if we do, when we do break these highs, I got to keep a close eye on it because I don't know how high it could actually go. And as you can see, I can't make above 1500 because this is a new challenge account. So we'll see how high this decides it wants to move. All right.
Look at that. Another school sign-up sheet. What do I have to volunteer for this time? Book themed.
If you want me to mention, so again, my strategy when I do decide I want to follow it for some reason, discipline's still being worked on after 7 years, guys. But my strategy is we look at the high right here. We make sure it taps the discount zone. This is a weaker discount zone. This is my stronger discount zone just based on my statistics. I draw it down here, and then we look for a fair value gap, inverse fair value gap, which this was what it was right here. And the reason this is a valid entry for this trade is if we track market structure, so those highs and lows that I mentioned before. Here, I can scroll this down. There you go. If we track market structure, those highs and lows that I mentioned before, where's my path? Then we have this low. Then we have this micro low and high, right? Micro low and high right there. We created the fair value gap. We were showing a lot of strength right here. This fair value gap, we closed above the gap right here. We retested and then confirmed the move. If this would have retested and failed right here without showing the strong green candle, then I would have exited or not even entered the position to begin with. And most likely it would have retested further down here, if not grabbing this liquidity. I gotta keep a close eye on this. So that's my trading strategy when it uses both of my strategies. There's also time periods where I only use the Fibonacci if there's a clear left zone. Right here, there actually was a clear left zone as well that hasn't been retested, so that's why I also took that entry. Give me an extra idea.
Order filled.
Okay. Let's see what my win rate is now. 80% on this account. All right. I could have just made this into a video. I can only risk one contract now and take one more trade, which is what I'll most likely do. For the rest of the stream, just have something and to practice. I mean, we're still moving up, but I just don't have a clear idea of where this thing can go. This was our high and low. Let me go ahead and remove these drawings. So I do think when we do get a retest, it will retest into this range right here. Because it formed this minor high and low on the gap. So we will most likely get, let me see where the high is. We'll most likely grab this liquidity, and the clearest area that I have an entry where I can see a retest is around right here. This is the only unretested zone. This one right there, or this one up here that hasn't been tapped yet. So these are the two zones I'd look for to retest. Realistically, this isn't strong, so if this does retest back down, it's most likely gonna grab this liquidity right here. And the reason this is liquidity, remember that minor high and low I was talking about? Well, that occurred right here on this wick. We have this. Let me see if I can scroll out. So this is the white line. This is our higher time frame. And you can see with this higher time frame, this white line right here, this is a high and low that occurred that did test into this previous higher timeline. So that means this acts as liquidity now, where once it grabs this, you could take a bearish trade, temporarily bearish trade downwards to most likely right here, or even grabbing liquidity below that, or grabbing liquidity below that. But it just gives me an idea where to enter, prevent myself from entering a new trade. Oh God. We're gonna watch, we're gonna see if anything comes up. Okay. Not really interested in entering anything in this area. This is my discount zone again. If we look at this, we do have a clear area that has not been retested right here. So this is the only zone I would look at to hold, to continue and move up if we retest into this high. If this doesn't hold, then I'm just gonna ignore it. This is gonna act as my order block. Oh, oh my God, it's not even picking up my mic. Shoot. Shoot.
That should sound a lot better. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't realize the audio was that bad. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't realize the audio. Okay. Oh. slower markets. So probably we'll take one more trade today and make this a shorter stream. Just come back stream to make sure I have everything organized. I don't know what happened to the scene. Let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to fix this. I don't know. I'll fix it later. It's not a huge deal. No setup here. This is still bearish in my mind. I actually do think this will hold right here. This will hold this order block and continue down. Again, nothing you ever want to trade because it is counter trend trading the overall price. So what that means is it's going against our higher time frame trend, okay? So that's what counter trend trading means. We're going to look to see if price continues down from this point. It's already where the highest point. I think it's going to move right here. Retesting this gap. So realistically, if I was just to take a joke trade here. Oh, it's a joke trade. I do believe that this would retest down to here. And it would give me a 1 to 2. This is not something I would actually take, though. So let me put that here.
Whether you're relaxing at home or out and about, make your music move with you. With Premium, you can
So let's see if the bias holds here.
listen to songs ad-free and play them in any order.
Yeah.
Tap the banner to learn more.
Let's see if this fails. So then I would get out of this trade right here. My stop loss would be right here. On this line. If this confirms a red candle. So let's see if this confirms a red candle. If it doesn't, then my stop loss would not be there. I would get out of this trade at this point. It formed a little OB. I made inverse fair value gap. I would still get out of this trade at this point. But again, this is just that would be hyper scalping, which you don't want to do. Dude, I don't know what this music is, but no. All right. But again, if anyone has any questions in chat, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer. Well, and I do have a video, an unedited video, the last one I made that explains my strategy and answers some questions from a live stream. think I could turn this up slightly. There you go. Turn this up. Sorry, I'm slowly figuring out the audio thing. This would have worked out as a trade as well. We had the inverse fair value gap in favor of the higher trend right here. Again, that's between where the wicks do not connect on a break of structure. And we could see that right there. Yeah, this would have worked. I do believe this could move up here. If not only move up here, but... Dude, this song stinks. There you go. So this would be a trade I would actually take. The only issue with this trade, it's not in discount, but we did show that a strong candle on my higher time frame that you can't see on the left side of the screen right here. And the reason I do that is because I can't fit it all into a short. So this is the best way that you can see it in a see it on my live stream, while also seeing the amounts I'm risking on either side. Fees and commissions. This is important to note. Fees and commissions are $2 total. I think it's $2. Let me see. What the? Yeah, $2 total. This would have won. This trade would have won for a 1 to 2.5. Risking $100 to get $250 back, excluding fees and commissions. I do so much better in New York session. I just need to stop trading London, I think. London and Asia. I might block out my accounts for those times. Okay, here's the drop. So we actually held this. This is going to drop into this area right here. This range down here that I mentioned before. And then what's might happen is we could do one of two things. We could have a minor retest up here. A pull back up. Or we could do this. And a continuation down. I don't really see anything else other than a very quick move upwards or a liquidity grab down here. After grabbing that, honestly, if it comes up to this gap, even halfway into this 50% of the gap, this would also be not a valid trade for me, but it would be a general valid trade for some people. So let's see. Let's take this as an example. Again. So let's see if this would have worked out.
Some people think it's wrong to be this excited about upgrading my phone, but it's hard not to be when the all-new Galaxy Z Fold 8.
Again, this could come up and grab liquidity, but it already grabbed liquidity, so the odds of it coming up and grabbing liquidity again are very low in my mind. And the reason for the 50%... Oh, sorry, ads. Love it. The reason for the 50% right here is because usually when this happens, it doesn't grab the full gap to leave room for a move upwards. So again, that gap is this area where it has been unretested by any candle. So this gap right here is the current area where it has not been retested yet. If it grabs this gap, I would be a little bit worried. Like fully grabs it. We fully grabbed the gap. So then this would be something where I would get out of this trade because it didn't give me confirmation. And that's how you play confirmation. If it breaks something where you don't feel comfortable holding the trading more because it's not holding an area of importance, just get out. It's not that worry. It's a better risk to reward over periods of time. The only time you don't want to do that is out of fear, okay? And again, I do this a lot. I do this a lot in every single day. So don't act like I'm perfect because I take a lot of mistakes outside of stream especially. This did hold, see. Hold, I would get back in on this bearish for a candle. So let's say I got back in after getting stopped out. After it broke below that low. Stop loss above here. Let me see the exact area I would want to get out here. There. A little bit less than I wanted to, but I would still take the entry, the risk here. But again, this is all kind of speculation. It's not something you would take because of the higher time frame. So you still got to be very careful if you're going to take these types of trades based on the higher time frame. But I would feel comfortable taking a risk potentially. Just because we're not in a discount area. I haven't seen this really retest back in the high. So I don't know. I would be comfortable. Let's see how it holds right here. You really want to see a strong bearish candle come out of this. Not a bearish engulfing, but at least like halfway filling this candle right here with a red candle. Don't love it. Maybe wait for one more if I were to take a actual trade. Power of 3, maybe? Yeah, I like that. Power of 3, this should be the break. It doesn't really hold this many times. It's gotten way too small. Where it's consolidating on, because this is the tick time frame, so it's based off of momentum more so than the minute. So I would be very surprised if it consolidates any more than this. This thing, if this thing holds, comes back up, holds this, and keeps on squeezing, that's worrying, but I don't think it would. Oh. I don't know why. I don't know how to get this. Wait, let me see if I can fix this. Oh my God, that was driving me crazy. Hey, look, this trade would have won as well. Didn't hold where I want to see, so I wouldn't really take anything here. Didn't hold the area I wanted to see, so I would just wait. Thanks. Appreciate it, man. Again, I can't. I would be taking so many more trades. This is like the ideal market for me. I'll be honest. Let me be frank. My live account got locked out. I revenge traded till my heart was content. I was tired. Should have not been trading last night. I knew better too. I've done so well for the past month. That's why I took a month off to get my head back in place and get my stress levels down. Not with trading per se, but with other things. And it just came back last night, which is fine. It's not in a risk state. You know, it's very recoverable. I still have $1,000 till I hit my market limit loss on that live account. And then my other live account's safe. And then this is the one I'm working towards, the live account on here. So I just want to be completely honest. Happens to everyone. And especially, and I said this in someone else's chat I was on the other day. It happens the longer you trade without seeing significant success and you start comparing yourselves to others. Which I've been trading for 7 years, doing a lot of different things. This strategy I perfected and finally stuck with for the past year and a half, 2 years. Realistically, my 7 years were not put, even though I had good intentions and I was studying a lot. I switched markets too much. So I switched from stocks to Forex to futures. I did options contracts as well. And my strategy changed so much. So realistically, if I'm talking about discipline side of things in trading, I've only been disciplined for the 2nd year of my trading and then the 7th year of my trading. My 2nd year, I had a strategy that I used and I was profitable on. But it wasn't that profitable. It wasn't to the point of making me feel like it didn't give enough reinforcement to where I would break my rules eventually. And I felt that. So then I kept on exploring other options and finally settled on a mixture of something that existed and something that's my own strategy based off nuances in the market. So, I mean, I have a lot of resources about what my strategy is, especially on my YouTube shorts. If you could go look back a little bit, you could see them on my shorts. I think I have a YouTube, a strategy journal that allows you to put subjective entries into trades and see if your kind of market analysis is there. But with my strategy, it does require a higher time frame and a lower time frame, preferably even if you could get the two higher time frames and a lower time frame and be able to track that. But that might be a little bit difficult for some people to organize. This is coming down again. This is holding this kind of bearish movement, so without holding real strength. So I mean, at this point, let's say we entered here, this would be a minor scalp for me if I was very, very in the mood one day, because it's not holding anything I want to see. Minor scalp right there, and all you're targeting with those minor scalps is the next liquidity zone right here. But you don't want to take minor scalps. Let's see if it holds. This actually forms a inverse fair value gap right here. Okay. I'm going to see if it holds. Stop by right here. The reason I want to see this holds because it's not really showing me. I need to see it hold this low right here before giving me an entry. And an instant failure does not give me enough confirmation that this thing's going to move up.
Order filled.
Okay. $17, as you can see right here. So then what's my stop? I'm gonna make my target $35 for 1 to 2. And then you have to keep an eye once it grabs liquidity, because it usually will grab liquidity. So I have to keep an eye to see how it reacts after it breaks this zone right here, to see if it starts rejecting. So I might move my stop to break even once we break the zone and just try to catch a little impulsive move here. And I'm only trading with one contract, just give education right now. Hey, how's it going, Jelani? Haven't seen you in a while. Well, mostly my fault, but there you go. Let's see if this thing moves up to my take profit here. Keep an eye on the zone. Stop loss at a 1-to-1 at this point. Mostly my fault. Yeah, I had to get my stress levels down. I was not in the right headspace to even attempt to trade live anymore at that period of time. So I didn't stop necessarily trading, but I definitely halted my trading for a little bit. Halted how much I was looking at the markets. Holding, it's not showing any more strength past this point, so I might exit if I cared really that much at one contract. I really don't care though. It's one contract. So for this one, I'm just keeping it right here to get something out of it so fees don't take any. But realistically, if this was the case, this would be at break even at this point, since it's already at a 1-to-1. Oh, you're fine. Dude, I haven't been, you're fine. I have not been in streaming at all. So you're good, Jelani. I have not been streaming at all. I haven't touched my YouTube really. I can try. I mean, I don't know what time it is for India. Let me see. I know it's big, so there's multiple time zones, but let me see. Oh, 10:16. Mihir, sorry. 10:16? Oh, 10:16 p.m. Okay. Okay, I can... Let me see. I need to think of my schedule. Mondays, my streaming time during my final fall semester for my doctorate program, I'll probably try to move it down to like 10:30. That way it's 8:30 p.m. for you. Oh, sorry, I got ads again. I don't want to play for Spotify Plus anymore. I decided not to. I'm so sorry though. I could try to get to like 10:30 p.m. 10:30 a.m. Sorry, my time. So that would be that's 2 hours earlier, which is my intent. I could just guarantee you right now, since I don't really need to wake up early because a lot of my responsibilities are later in the afternoon right now. My sleep schedule is messed up. So I woke up at 11 o'clock today. Woke up, rolled out of bed, got myself a drink, laid in bed for a few more minutes, and then came to stream. Oh. Yeah, but I could try to stream a little bit earlier. And I did add, for anyone questioning, you could see that, I think you could see it on my YouTube. Let me make sure. You can. So you can see the 500 ticks. So you can see my time frame right here, my lower time frame. For anyone that ever has questioning. So it has my ticker in the top left and then my lower time frame down here of what I trade. And if you're on just normal trading view, oh, for a lot of people ask about my time frame, like what time frame I trade on. So I just kind of added the background right here for people that have the question. It's the 500 tick for the New York session. And then people ask about my strategy, so I created a video for the strategy with questions that people ask me in chat during that stream. Just so, and then most likely all I'm going to do is stream and YouTube Shorts from now on, just because videos take up way too much of my time. This thing's going to continue up. Unless there's something that's important. But I feel like I mentioned everything I do in my videos already. The few videos I've made, so I'm just done trying to do any of those. All right, let me get my music back up. There we go. That's kind of, I've taken 2 trades today, like 2 actual trades. This one's a really good trade right here. That's a this is like my perfect trade, is looking for the failure. You see the confirmation, you see it grab a buff. How's war going? I have no clue. I'm not in the military. The war of trading's not going so well. It's going, okay, let me rephrase that. Today, it's not going so well. And last night's not going so well. Today, it's going okay. But last night's not going well. The war of the country, I have no clue. I don't keep up with any of that anymore. It's too depressing. There you go. I don't know how much longer. Yep. Okay. The war of the country. What I mean by that is our internal war, if you know anything about that right now, of the US. It's about to be. But no, the trading war, it's not much different. Discipline. That's basically it. My tactical analysis, and I don't like tooting my own horn. I feel like my tactical analysis is really, really, really strong for my strategy and for market analysis and how I view the market in general. Especially on NASDAQ. But my discipline is still needing work. My impulsiveness is the biggest thing. So I've had to limit my contracts on my live account to what I'm able to trade. I need to add another daily loss limit, which I don't like daily loss limits because you can recover it with a good trade. The issue is if you're trading impulsive, it does stop you. So I need to add a daily loss limit that makes sense with my average. About, I would say, 1-to-1 of my average gains per day. This failed to come up. I would actually be interested to see how it reacts right here, taking a short. I honestly would be interested to see if it comes down and grab this liquidity at this point. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Love politics and love having no control over anything. You know, what's within the areas of my control? Not much in that field. Specifically healthcare. Our healthcare is, I don't want to get into it, but I know a lot of ins and outs of it. Don't think a single American would disagree with our healthcare. A single U.S. citizen. This is... Yeah, I do 50K accounts. I like 50Ks. I like how easy it is to pass the challenges for 50Ks, to be honest. I don't like the 25K they introduced because it, like, what is it? You have to you have $1,000 of a market limit loss to get $2,000 compared to a 50K account where you risk $2,000 to get $3,000. It's a lot easier to pass. Like realistically, if I wanted to, I could probably buy like 4, 5 50K accounts and then just take 2 trades and pass them. I just don't trust my impulsiveness. I might do that. It might be better for stream because I'm not really an impulsive trader on stream. It's more so when I get out of bed. I need to stop trading my bed. That is the biggest killer for my trading. This is a prop firm. My real account, I have 2 real accounts. One's locked out, one I'm not touching right now. What I mean by locked out is I was up money and then it hit my market limit. Not my market limit loss, my daily limit loss. So I'm stopped out for the day. I did not have a good trading night last night. But yeah, I have 2 live accounts. This is Top Step. This chart's what's really cool is so I've edited out this chart. You don't see the full screen anymore. This is the full screen. If you're ever asking, this is my full Top Step screen. So that's what I'm saying on my end. Is I just have my higher time frames there, and then I have my contracts I could just type in on the left side, so I'm less impulsive if I wanted to. But yeah, it's real. One's simulated. This is passing the challenge right now. This is only day 1. And I feel like I've done pretty well with risk. I've only risked max $200 per trade to get here. And I've won 4 out of the 5 trades for this account. Well, now 5 out of 6 trades if you count the 1 contract trade. But I do like this chart color. I've always liked the red and white. It's easier to tell for me. I'm colorblind. That's why. And it's still different enough to where people could tell red is bearish. Because I wouldn't change it completely. Red is bearish, moving downwards, and white's moving up. For people that have some experience on the charts. The issue with trying to mark out stuff quickly, that's why I just simplified it to my discount area right here. And then I simplified it to these little boxes. What I'm looking to hold is because the market moves so quick on this time frame during New York that I have to be very careful about how much time I spend marking because I could miss a trade. Oh, cool. You have like more of a cream color, Warriors. Like a cream white. I used to use the black and white on a white chart. Oh my god, the ads are getting worse and worse on every platform. It's almost not useful enough. I might as well just go to YouTube and click non-copyright music. Yeah, I used to use black and white. I just like the colors here. I think it popped out. It worked a lot better with the stream setup when I was doing it on my old stream and then with this stream as well. Oh. All right, I have about 2 minutes left of trading. I'm going to do an hour to 2 hours of streaming. Per time period, depending on how well the market's moving. The market's moving trash. I might only do 30 minutes. Sometimes it might even be a video, just a recorded video, depending on the mood. Because my priority is trading first, and then, you know, streaming is more so a meet other people. Also, I mean, talk to other people, let people ask questions. Top Step. Expensive, but reliable for the US. The daily loss limit for the actual accounts I buy is $1,000. Don't say much. That is the one that hit on my live account. I don't want to say much. I was up money and then I lost $1,000 yesterday. But not gonna say much. That is the first time that's happened in a long time, and I am not proud of it. You know what sucks? I had a daily loss limit that I set myself, and then I was like, oh, well, now the market's setting up really well. And instead of sticking to my usual contract size, I bet you could guess what happened, right? This is the market I decided to trade in yesterday. Let me see if I can find it. Last night, and you'll see what happened to me. This is what I was trying to trade in. I was in this. I kept on. I thought I was listening to someone. I was watching a stream. I don't ever think it fills these gaps on the first time. So I should have not taken a risk. And it did eventually fill the gap. I knew it would come up and grab some liquidity before it filled the gap. And I just kept on trading within this zone. And I got actually over. I don't know what I was thinking yesterday. If it's holding a zone 2 times, why am I still trying to counter turn trade it when it's not breaking down? Don't ask me. But I just need the cool thing you could do now, if you go to settings, I know you can't see any of this. Miscellaneous, I think it is. Or is it API? No. Privacy? No. Oh, risk settings. You can go to trade clock. Lockout sessions. So you can lock out different sessions. Oh yeah, it was bad. Yeah, I recognized it, and I'm the opposite of a lot of traders now. I feel like where traders struggle to get on the charts. I come to my account on a Monday now, and that's where I get my dopamine. And when you have dopamine in trading, it ain't good. It's no good. But I come to my account on a Monday, and that's why Mondays are so bad for trading for me. Usually, is especially during Asian hours, and I recognize that because I've been looking at my trading history. But I came and I was like, I was excited to enter the charts, and then I was so excited I was forcing things, and I was like, I'm excited to make money, so like a mixture of greed slash ecstasy, I guess. That's the best way I could frame it. It was like, oh my gosh, and I usually am not excited to get on the charts, so it just wasn't good. It was horrible. Yeah, but it consolidated a lot. It was not bueno. No bueno. This held. I mean, I wouldn't really hold this trade anymore. I'm probably going to go ahead and hit in my live. I'll be live tomorrow, though. Same time. Maybe a little bit earlier. I'll try to get on at 11 my time, so that will be 9... What was it? 15. Yeah, 9 o'clock your time. I know it's a little bit late. Yeah, that excitement gives you lost. I need to recognize it. I need to start doing like a mental check before I start trading. Usually what I was doing for the past week is I would look on my phone while I'm walking to the kitchen where I'm not interested in actually taking a trade, or I'm walking outside, right? Or I'm walking to a store. I would look at my phone I would see, does the market look like a market I would want to trade? Is it showing any sort of trend that's readable? If it's no, I put my phone back down, exit out of Top Step, and lock myself out for an hour. And that's what I was doing because I would forget about it. But I'm probably going to end. I don't really need any more profit today. At this point, it's just a risk. This is still consolidating. I mean, realistically, I still think this is going to come down at this point. It's not showing enough strength to continue up here. I do think we're going to grab this liquidity down here. And then potentially, if we even grab this liquidity, you can see a farther retest down. Potentially even coming down to here. This would be a crazy trade. I would never actually take this because it's against the higher time frame, but this would be a crazy prediction for a trade, wouldn't it? This would not work out though. I can almost guarantee. I would exit this trade right here at break even. It's consolidating. Your time, yes. I'm gonna try to come at 9 p.m. if I can fix my sleep schedule. Now, really, let me say, this is where discipline in your life transfers discipline on the charts. I struggle a lot with waking up and getting a shower and getting on the chart, setting up my stream, then going straight from that to doing both work and then doing my doctoral studies, which I'm on the computer all day or in class all day. So that's what's hard for me, is trying to set up a stream and then I feel like I'm on the computer all day and I'm not outside doing something, which I love being outside doing sports or doing some sort of activity usually, but yeah, I'm gonna set my alarm for 10:50 tomorrow and just get out of bed. Yes, I will come. I will be here at 9 p.m. tomorrow. Your time. My time, it's 11 a.m. But your time, 9 p.m. I'll slowly work myself until 10:30, okay? I'll work myself till 10:30. Till I get some sort of the Wednesdays is the only day. So next week, this coming week is Wednesday. I'm not going to be able to trade. Oh wow, the rain's coming down hard. This Wednesday, I'm not going to be able to trade. And then from now on, I'm only going to be able to trade live for 2 days out of the week. 2 to 3 days out of the week. And I'll let you know that schedule. My classes and then my internship is going to be during the day, 2 days a week. My internship's going to be on Fridays and Tuesdays during market hours. And then my so Monday, it looks like Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays is when I'll have to find time, and Wednesdays might be a little bit difficult as well. But I'm gonna try to stream as much as I can again, and then once I get burnt out, I'll leave a message this time of streaming. But yes, I will be live tomorrow at 9 p.m. your time, 11 a.m. for New York, 10 a.m. for Central, 8 a.m. for California, for anyone watching. All right, but I'll see you again. I don't like booking half. I've tried that before. I like adding on to contracts with confirmation, like one extra contract or half my position size. I don't like booking and then exiting that at a 1-to-1. But my original position size, it doesn't make sense with my strategy to take that risk to book half, because it just destroys the win rate. And my strategy only wins about 50% of the time. So if I book half at a 1-to-1, then that makes it realistically a 0.5, 0.5 guaranteed. And then if it moves down with a trailing, the most I can get is a 2 times. Now, but if I trail it, how I trail my TP now is, once we break some sort of liquidity, I look for 2 red candles in a row, because that usually means it's going to be a power of 3. So let's say we broke this liquidity right here, I would look for 2 red candles to occur. So this would be exit criteria right here. This would be an exit criteria right here if like That was my entry. So I trail based off 2 candles to get a little bit more risk to reward, if that makes sense. Sometimes it's just showing so much strength that I just don't exit. For example, if I saw this and I just keep on, I see how it's breaking up, you know, we grab this, I would wait here. I would trail here. So we have this micro high and low right here from this original break of this market structure right here. So we have this micro high and low. You can see that we have a second retest. So I would see how it reacts here. Are we grabbing this low right here after we break this retest? I say no, we show strength where we need to. Okay, I'll hold this candle. Okay, then we hold the candle at an important high. There's nothing else really here that I would want to see. So I would get out right here for a little bit extra risk to reward. Or if I say, okay, well, this is showing a lot of strength, which it is, I move my stop above this area right here, and then I just trail it to the next area I deem important. Which for this case, because this just recently broke a high, it looks like it's holding. It held this previous high. I would hold this a lot further if I got in down here. That's what my first 2 trades were. That's how I got so much profit on my account for this account. I was only risking $180, but I got on one trade $700, another trade $550, or whatever the amount that adds up to 13. So this was only out of 2 trades, and then the 2 trades that I traded live on stream today. But I trailed that. That was crazy. That was a crazy move. I caught this move. So you remember that consolidation? I came back for revenge with the account I already bought, but I did come back for revenge. I came back for revenge once we broke the high right here. We broke this high. I was like, okay, I know we're not coming back in this gap now. I've gotten some sort of level-headedness, okay? I saw this. I saw how we had this low. If we're going to break up at this point, we need to see this consolidation. We need to show a lot of strength. I saw this bullish engulfing candle, and I'm like, I can get an amazing risk reward on my second type of strategy here. So I entered on this bullish engulfing candle. I did not put my stop loss right here. My stop loss was at the bottom of this gap because I did not want to see this gap filled. And I trailed this thing all the way up here. And I added contracts, like I was saying before, once we confirmed the move. So once we broke above here, I added 1 contract right here where we held. 1 contract, so that gave me a way better risk to reward, and then I moved my stop loss below this microstructure right here. And then held this up further. So I was only, sorry, not 1 contract, 1/2 my contract size. So I held that. I was a break even basically on this trade. I trailed this upwards and then trailed this up to this area right here. I got the very top of that area. So my trailing criteria is still a little bit unclarified, but I trail based off 2 red candles or a microstructure from a break. And that's my trailing. If the microstructure breaks or an inverse fair value gap gets filled, and so like let's say I want to see this hold, this inverse fair value gap hold to continue a move downwards, then that's criteria. If this closes above, I get out. So, for example, I took a short trade here, okay? Took a short trade. My stop loss right here. Oh no, I'm a little bit worried because we formed an inverse fair value gap. Well, let me get out of this trade because we closed above it. So I would get out of this trade right here once we closed above it. Or move my stop to break even, really just depending on how much strength is in the market. I don't really clarify that. I don't really have a rule for trailing stop loss, which I could. It does, as long as it's giving me an average of a 1 to 2 risk to reward. I don't really care that much over time. I am going to end it. I will see you tomorrow. I actually do have to go in about 10 minutes, so I'm going to go get changed. But no, I do appreciate it. It really just depends on your risk to reward. I think that's the main thing. I think a lot of traders have different ways of doing it, especially profitable traders. Some people scale in. I feel like scaling in is a lot more difficult. If you look at the guy, I think it's the guy that's at the highest end of the challenge, the best scalper, one of the best scalpers in the world. He made not a video on YouTube, but he showed some screenshots. I think it was on Reddit. One of the best traders. He's not near the best, but like he has a huge percentage gain per year scalping. He showed some screenshots of his scaling in strategy, and it's crazy. Any green candle that goes in the way, like any strong candle that goes in the general direction of his trend, he adds a contract until you scale in, and then you move your stop loss. You keep your stop loss there, and any sort of move against him, he exits. Any sort. Like, I'm not even talking about if we have this. Let's say he enters from right here, right? He thinks this price is going to hold up here. He sees a green candle, he enters a contract. Green candle enters a contract. Stop loss down here. Oh, red candle, he gets out immediately on that red candle. A bearish engulfing candle. It's crazy. It's a really good strategy, but I don't think I have the risk. I don't have the emotions to do that. Because it can go insane, but you just have to have the willpower to exit right when at the moment it goes against you. But I do need to go. I will talk with you again later. It was good talk with you again. I had a few other people in here, but hopefully some of the people I used to talk with will be back in stream later on. There's not much to really trade at this point. We're just moving upwards. Not my strategy. It won't show me my strategy for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and head off. See you guys.